Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. More now on the return. He spins free. Oh, he throws him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Man left. 3 down. Watch one.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
85, I'm coming for you. Here we go. Even.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. My 50.
Now a first carry for the fullback. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Green, triple C.
Second down, Winston. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Slam.
5-0. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's convert. He ain't going nowhere. 5 on the 50. I'm gonna run you over. 5-0. White.
The game misses their fullback, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There we go.
The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
Broken tackle. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Tight end right. Gun!
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch tight end. Hey, guys, check. Here we go, hey!
On first and 10, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
The throw is Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
4 down, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Under 10.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Mix in with a 1st down kill. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun!
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
Leopard!
3 down. Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
Bring him in.
Don't be mad.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
No. Off.
Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Leopard!
Jordan Willis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
This is their fullback getting the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Watch twist. Twist.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Leopard!
Double tight.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Watch him now, Barney.
Stand up in. Check 26.
Hut!
Mike's 50.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and run out fullback. That's running right through it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Watch right.
They come out here in the eye. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Check 6 guy. Check hot route. Hot.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown here in the campaign. And the Ravens are in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Easy. Hey, we got four down.
This is Coleman.
Go, run.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Lay down.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Move. Hey, four down.
5-0.
He's mine.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, and some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Rosas puts... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Once again, they run it. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Now he'll help it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Hey. 4 down. Watch twist.
Here's a game to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot!
Hey, switch!
On second down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Detroit! Detroit!
60, Mike. 60, Mike. 60.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rip left. Rip
Detroit! 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 Hot! Hot!
Now Jackson on second down. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Detroit! Detroit!
Double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Flare. Alert. Flare.
Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's forced out left. That'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Let's go now. Sonic!
Now Jameis on second down. On the left side, that's caught by Moore.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
yardage. Winston. He finds Coleman. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Howard all alone in the backfield on second and goal.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
5-0.
He'll get it up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Mike, 50.
Let me go.
53. Mike, let me go.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
No. Check. Patriots.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hold
It's been a long day for you.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Detroit!
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Gun!
On second down, Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey,
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
wide.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Jackson.
Go.
They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20.
That's it, baby.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 57 yards. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a first down.
Gun!
3 down. Check play.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Milson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football,
Detroit!
you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because college football, the clock stops with every first down. It's the defense in that situation.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like a bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock.
Finish things off exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Yeah.